Welcome back to the Tuesday Target audio brief. It is Tuesday, January 13th, 2026. I'm Kamala.
And I'm Donald.
So Donald, looking at the screens today, everyone seems obsessed with this legal drama between the DOJ and the Federal Reserve. It's the only thing on the news feed.
It is, but Yuri's letter this week says we are watching the wrong channel. While everyone is focused on the legal cage match, the real machinery of the state has completely bypassed the central bank.
Bypassed it how?
Well, the White House quietly ordered Fannie and Freddie to absorb $200 billion in mortgage paper.
$200 billion.
Correct. Yuri calls it shadow QE. It's effectively executive yield curve control. You don't need a cooperative Fed chair to lower rates if you can just weaponize government agencies to nationalize the bid. It renders the Fed's independence. A quaint relic of the past, I guess.
And this ties into the bigger theme of the letter, the United States of asset grab. The idea that the U.S. is trading its role as global policeman for a new role, distressed asset manager.
That is such a great line. It feels like the U.S. is operating like a private equity firm now. You see it with the aggressive bids for Greenland and the forced management change in Venezuela. This is resource imperialism. It's not about diplomatic niceties anymore. It's about securing physical collateral, uranium, heavy crude, rare earths, etc.
But there is a wall, right? The letter mentions an uninvestable wall.
Right. That's the reality check. The president wants U.S. oil majors to pour billions into Venezuela to crush prices, but the CEOs are saying, no thanks, the region is uninvestable. That is the friction point for 2026. Political mandates colliding with balance sheet reality.
Let's hit the rapid-fire section. There is a backdoor trade war brewing.
Yeah, this is clever. There is a surprise 25% tariff on any nation doing business with Iran. Now that sounds like a Middle East sanction, but who is the biggest buyer of Iranian crude?
China.
Exactly. Well done, Kamala. It targets Beijing directly. It's a targeted disruption of the Sino-Iranian energy corridor.
Okay, and what about the U.S. economy?
We are flying blind. Because of the government shutdown distortions, the data collection for inflation is full of holes. Yuri calls it a statistical fog. And don't bet on the consumer collapsing just yet. There is a wave of retroactive tax refunds hitting accounts. It's a hidden stimulus that buys time.
Also, I noticed a note on strategic mineral hoarding.
Yeah, Australia is building a $1 billion reserve for critical minerals. It confirms that commodities are now sovereign assets. Supply security is overriding the free market.
So Donald, with all this distorted data and shadow QE, what is the tactical move for the week?
The tactic is production for security, rotate capital out of passive tech and into defense, uranium, and industrial cyclicals. Also, volatility is priced for perfection, so portfolio insurance is cheap.
And for the option traders?
Yuri flagged options on crude oil futures in the note. He thinks oil is perfectly priced, maybe slightly overpriced here. Not an official alert, but definitely food for thought.
All right. For the full breakdown, the charts, and the details on the Elite Trader Plan, check the full newsletter on the Macrodozer website.
Stop guessing, start building. See you next week.